Hey, welcome everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I think most of us have met before. I am Angela Scully. I'm working with the Chester County Community Foundation for the Friends of 250, and my colleagues Kim Andrews and Heather. And so, Kim, do you want to start?
Sure. Hey, everybody. I know some of you, not all of you. I'm glad to be here. I'm here to tell you about an initiative that we have from the Chester County Community Foundation and America 250 Friends around putting together community watch parties for the American Revolution, Ken Burns' documentary, The American Revolution, which is coming in November. It's a six-part documentary. It's going to be at 8 o'clock every night from November 16th to the 21st. We have a planning website and the it so that you can see the ideas for this. So what we're thinking with this, it's a six-part, 12-hour PBS documentary. It brings the people, battles, and ideas of our founding into focus. If you've ever seen a Ken Burns documentary, then you can imagine what this is going to be. And we're launching a county-wide Watch Together initiative as part of our America 250 Friends celebration. So that we're looking to find a way to have this documentary come alive in Chester County and connect Chester County with that revolutionary history. You're all here because you know it's important. It connects to Chester County, which was the heart of the Philadelphia campaign in 1777. Some of the footage was filmed in Chester County and Thornbury Farm and elsewhere. So there's a lot of local connections. So what we're suggesting is that community organizations, nonprofits, the senior centers, community centers, any organization that has stakeholders to come together, church groups, host a party to watch this video either in person or online while it's being played on PBS that week, November 16th to the 21st. It's a low cost, low effort way to get your stakeholders engaged. And it's easy to host. You can either host it online where everybody watches Zoom simultaneously or in person if you have a big TV or a way to broadcast the video. It's a fun way to start building momentum for America 2026. If your organization is already planning to make a big deal about next year, it's a way to bring your people together and get them excited about it. I know the Kennett Library is working to put together a big watch party in November. So what we want to do is get organizations excited about this. We have a full toolkit on how your organization could host a watch party at your location or online, including invitations and graphics and discussion questions. We would be listing it on our America 250 Friends website and promoting it through our social media if you choose, if it's an open party for the public. And it'll connect your folks to a larger county-wide movement and really get America 250 off the ground for next year. So it's pretty easy to get involved, decide which night you want to host. You screen the documentary in real time, and then lead a short discussion afterwards using your own prompts or provided prompts that are in our toolkit. And if you want to know any more about it, there you go. Heather just put our link in the chat. We are hosting two info sessions for the watch party. One is this Friday, September 26th at noon, if you want to hear more specifics and see some of the materials that I'm talking about, and on October 6th at 4:30. So you can email me. I'll put my email and that information in the chat if you're interested in attending, and I will send you an invitation to come to that, or you can go to that website that Heather put in the chat and find out more. Either way, I'm so excited that you're all here to bring America 250 together into Chester County. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Kim. I'll take it from here for a minute. I just want to welcome everybody on here. I see we have a couple new faces, and most of you have been to these before. I just want to remind you that these regional Zooms are something that the America 250 Friends of the Chester County Community Foundation put together. This is one of four current convenings that we have. We have ones for the Westchester area, which includes Downingtown and Exton. There's also Phoenixville, which Kim does on tomorrow she has one. There's also another one for the southern part of the county, so southern Chester County. It's Kennett Square and surrounding areas. And we're working on ones for Coatesville. It's coming up. I don't know if a date's been scheduled for that specifically yet, but it's on its way, as well as the Chester Springs area.
And the main line as
Oh,
well.
and the main line. I forgot the main line. There are another week. So all of those, the information can be found on that same page that you entered to get to this program today. The other thing that we've been working on are, you've just heard about the watch parties. The other initiatives is the Dare to Declare. And I see Rose Fennell's on the line here today. Hi, Rose. How are
It
you?
was the inspiration for this.
So yeah, this was her brainchild, and we're in the process of getting things up and running. The resource guides are now in design. So we will be rolling them out in info sessions starting in October. And you'll see me for those.
And it's a public reading of the Declaration of Independence for those who are just new to the group. The way that you would have heard it in 1776, read out in the public square, in a tavern. And I know, so they're talking about in Phoenixville, getting out on the marquee at the Colonial Theater and reading it because they close the streets on the weekends. Dupertai House is talking about having a big one on the 4th of July, and we have a number of them already on the calendar. So it is something that people are really engaging with. Heather, sorry.
Yeah, no, thank you, Angela. As Angela said, the readings, it's a great way to engage the public. We also have a lot of, we'll have other ways strategies you can pull people into the conversation. The resource guides will be intended to be scalable, so they can be for a small group, up to a large event, how to figure that out as well. The other piece that we do is we offer a lot of resources on our website. And we've started populating them also on the community bulletin board. I'm trying to get to my chat box so I can pop in so you can see. Here's the link to the bulletin board so you can follow along if you'd like. Otherwise, I'm going to pull the bulletin board up so you can see it. On our bulletin board, if you haven't looked through this before, and I hope you have, because we'd really like you to pop in dates of events that you are doing, are planning already. And as this document is meant to be evergreen. So every time you have an update, you're more than welcome to pop in there and add it in. And we have it scheduled for the whole year of 2026 and the whole year 2027. So you can see on here, we've added in, the big federal dates too. Constitution Day we just had, Martin Luther King Day, and then, all the other federal holidays throughout the year, so you can kind of see them where they are in relation to your events and others' events. We also popped in there all the wonderful, enormous sporting events that are going to be happening next year as well. So you can kind of keep your mind's eye onto that as you're planning your events. So if you are looking at this schedule and you've planned an event for June 14th or whatnot, please pop it in here, or email one of us and we'll pop it in here for you, if you'd prefer.
And I think both the Dare to Declare and something we talked about last time was the wish wall, where people can write their wish for America
Mhm.
and pop it in a box. It's like a birthday card to your country.
Yeah.
And those are the ideal thing for an overlay. So if you already do something, then you can add this into the mix. Like the Declaration of Independence is a 10-minute read.
Yeah.
So it's something that with the trainings and the resources that are being put behind the effort, it could be something that would be a really interesting addition to any of your events that you're planning.
I
And
just,
the
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just noticed right where you're at, it says Wednesday, September 16th, Euclid Township Building Battle of the Clouds anniversary. That is not that's not our thing. I'm from Euclid.
That's not happening?
And I just wanted to, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I want to make sure you took that off of there and people didn't show up. We did discuss that. We discussed that.
Rest
We were
assured, these
going
are for
to do it
planning
as-
purposes, so, yeah, the public is, I suppose they could find this page, but it's
Oh, I
not
wasn't
a
sure. Okay,
marketing
I didn't
page.
know that. I thought it was a public page, but it's just I don't want to lose sight of that and then forget to tell you that that's not happening on that date because we're either going to do it the weekend before or the weekend after. So
So
you could
should
put
we
maybe
leave
like
it on
approximate.
there without a date at this point?
What's
Huh?
that?
Should we leave it on there without a date?
Yes, that would be great. You could either
Okay,
say, yeah,
done.
mid September or something like that. And
Sure,
again, I'm
sure.
so sorry to interrupt, but I was like, uh-oh. Did I tell somebody that, because I knew we talked about it last time,
So
but
I was doing the Carolyn Committa event at the library, and two young ladies from the Immaculata came up and started talking to me about the Battle of the Clouds.
yeah, there's a lot like that.
So
That's
what I'm saying is it's actually distilled down.
will be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people actually recognize that event now
Yeah.
more so
I
than
just,
ever.
while
Yeah.
you're on this page too, sorry to interrupt, but I see that you have the band concert on Monday, November 2nd, 2025, but that's Sunday, November 2nd, 2025.
Oh.
So that should be,
I'm so
that needs
happy
to
we
be
have
just,
this up.
There
yeah.
we go.
Yeah, I have mine open
So
and I
but this
actually
is already in 26, so that needs to, that whole thing has to go up to 25, if that makes sense.
Wait a minute, is this the 26th date or is
No, this is 25. This is this November.
I think, let's see what happened there.
Yeah. So it was not.
Okay, so it's in the wrong section,
Yeah,
essentially. Okay,
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to move it right now, but
I will fix that
Heather,
offline. I'm
Heather,
going,
I'll do that.
thank you.
Thanks.
Anything else?
So I wanted to, so going beyond that, just so you know what's in the community bulletin board, we have the links for the watch parties. We have the link up for Dare to Declare. Not all the information is there yet. It will be soon. We also have a number of other helpful resources. Oh, that's in here, so things are moving on me. So we have the community calendar, which is manned by the America 250 PA Chester County. That's where you can directly submit any events that you already know about. You could put them through there. And I believe that could be any event right now that you have going on now, right through 26, 27. That's their page. We also have learned last week that America 250 PA is offering lecture grants for their lecture series. They're offering 10 of these $15,000 grants for free public lectures. So any organization, but the grants are available. That's not us. It's PA 250, but we wanted folks to be aware that those were out there, that you should know about them. We also have an update. Angela had mentioned the wish walls, and this is the first time you're hearing this, there is a group or an organization called Made by Us. They're in collaboration with New York Historical, and they developed this initiative this past year called the Wish Wall. And it's essentially wishing happy birthday to America. And it's a public engagement exercise. You ask people to write their birthday wish on a card or some other means, and they're either clipped up on a clothesline if you're an outdoor site, or could be in the windows if you have street facing windows. You could do it any way you'd like. they are now actively we're active partners with them, and they're feeding us information. So they just put up their new host guide. If you click on that link right there that I haven't read, you can find all the information about how to host a wish wall. And the beautiful part, and we're hoping to do this with Dare to Declare as well from our end. Um, Wish walls, once you register, they're going to populate dates and a map where all these wish walls are taking place. This is a national event that's happening. So,
And you'll be surprised, just having done it as a test, that you don't really have to do a lot of curating for it. People are they're good, and what they're saying is thoughtful, and a lot of young people put their thoughts in, and sometimes it's childish, but it's not mean and foul.
yeah.
I don't know how else to say it, but
Yeah, and in the host guide, they offer a lot of tips on what to include and what not to include. They did this spring, and they had a lot of great reception to it at all across the board. And there was a lot of concern given the political climate that, you know, there could be some bad actors and what could be written on the cards
right.
or whatnot. So they vetted them a bit, and they really, I think out of all the organizations, maybe one had one instance that where they had to pull a card and, you know, not have it displayed. So it's another way to engage, and it, as Angela did just try it out, and at Carolyn Comita's event, and it, you know, it was well received. So something to play with, and it's an easy lift, doesn't cost much to do.
Mhm.
So that's our wish wall initiative. And then if you continue down, the other thing we just put up, a National Constitution Center has just unveiled their America at 250 Civic Toolkit. And we have the link there. On it includes an interactive Declaration of Independence, which they've just unveiled. So it's another great resource for you. I won't go through the rest of here. You can look at it at your leisure, but we're trying to make stuff as easy as possible for you all to access as you need it. So, all right, I'm going to stop sharing. And I think now we had a little bit of interplay there with dates and things. We were fixing the calendar. But shall we go around the room and see who's here and where things are in your world as far as 250 planning? And if you have any, you know, general comments as well about how you're feeling about all this, and how you know, just plans in general. So Angela, do you want to pick somebody to pick
So
on?
let's start with you, William. You're at the top of the screen in my world. You're on mute.
There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you for giving us an opportunity to chime in. I'm with the West Whiteland Parks and Recreation Group, and I guess I am the point person on the 250 initiative, and we don't have anything specific planned for next year, but one of the things, and I was happy to see that Leslie Bernick is here, we were hoping we might be able to conjure up a band, you know, an old-fashioned Sousa band somewhere for our community day, which I think next year will fall somewhere around 7/11, July 11th. But again, we don't have anything specific, but if we'd be happy to coordinate with you if we can be of any assistance.
Leslie, do you have the ability to contact William?
I do have the ability. I don't have any contact information,
So
but
that's what I'm asking.
Well, I'm sure your title has Chester County Concert Band. I went, yeah, that's what I
Right.
need, a concert
right.
band.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, no, we'd be happy to look at it. I can't remember if we have anything that day right now because we are getting pretty booked for next summer, but I would certainly like to look into it. And if it doesn't work for that, you know, there may be something else that we can
Right. Well,
to
we
be
have
involved in.
a concert series that runs throughout the summer. So, but
Right.
I've been a big proponent of a a Sousa band kind of concert, which I
Right.
thought would be certainly appropriate next
Right.
summer.
Yeah, well, we used to play at Miller Park every summer. And then it just like ended for whatever reason. And we haven't been back to Miller Park, and we also haven't been to, like the new Exton Park or anything. So
Well, let's see if we can't fix that.
Yeah,
And
that'd be great.
William, think about incorporating one of these ideas of the wish wall or the reading of the Declaration into your concert
Yeah,
series.
I don't know. It would be certainly an appropriate time to do it.
And it seems like it's one of those things that is not costly, and you could get some leaders in your community, young people and so on, to participate in the reading. If you look at the contents in the resource guides, it suggests the kinds of people that would be good to read it, because you want it to be the language can be dense, and you want to have young people and older people and middle-aged people.
I always kept this here when I was writing this was kind of my inspiration as I was writing a historical piece, drama on the Revolution. And
Oh, great.
and one of the climactic scenes is when Washington had the John Jay read the Declaration in New York to the troops. So
Wow. Wow.
I just popped in William's email address into the chat, and Leslie's.
Oh.
So, and Leslie
Bye-bye.
did it too. So
Okay. How about, is it Enid? Enead? I can, yeah, I'm sorry, that's,
Yeah, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
it's Deborah. That's my last name. So
Okay.
that's why I was like Enid. Yes. Yeah, I'm from the Westchester Public Library,
Oh,
and
great.
um, I think there's someone else here from the Chester County Library, right? Is there anyone on today? Anyway, I know that the library system is preparing to do something across the board. Right now, the system is experiencing some technical difficulties, and so I'm not sure where they are with their meetings and plannings.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to roll something out across all member libraries.
Great.
Super.
And anything we can do to support that, bookmarks and like that, let us know, please.
Okay.
Okay. How about Lee?
Hi. Well, we're just sort of dialing down our dates from the last time. I made a little spreadsheet, and I was looking at our map. So we have a map with about 10 historic resources on it that our communications director over at the township is helping us out with. And we want that map to go live in January, but I just took a look at it and it looks great. So maybe we'll do that a little bit earlier, and that'll just sit basically, on our Facebook page and on the township website, so people can do like their own little tour. And I can, once that goes live, I can give you a link to that so you can put it, wherever it will live for the 250. We definitely have a speaker for March 22nd. I do not know the exact time right now, but if you did want to put that on that calendar that we were just looking at, March 22nd, we have Bruce Mauday.
Nowdy,
sorry.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's going to do a talk for us about one of his books at the Township Building on Ship Road. And we also, in June and November, at least, we're going to have other speakers. We're looking into which ones we're going to choose for that. Our community day will be in August, but we have not chosen the date yet for that. And then that Battle of the Clouds event at the Township Building will be either September 12th or 19th. And we just haven't quite dialed it down that close yet. So that's
And also, Lee, really look into the idea, the America 250 PA opportunity for a grant for one of your speakers moving forward.
Yeah, I saw you said it was how much?
It's
15.
15K, so I think it might be, yeah, there,
lot,
the
like,
intention is a lecture series is my,
okay, yeah.
So-
Which you're doing multiple speakers,
yeah,
so.
yeah.
I was like, that's very reasonable. So maybe that, maybe I wouldn't explore that. I feel like a bigger, maybe a city or something like that with a university or something would be better able to coordinate something like that. I don't know if I have the bandwidth for that, but I
Okay.
great that giving that money for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's nice to see grant money coming out of the woodwork. But we may do some other things, but these are the things that are like, okay, we're definitely going to do those things. And I also did put in the Dropbox, and I emailed you, David Blackburn, about. I put I've never used Dropbox before, and I put my 10, beauty pics in there for the township, but I neglected to label them, and I'm like, I have no idea what to do next because I didn't know how to label them, but
Good.
I did put some pictures in there, so I got to figure out how to.
Lee, I just sent you an email with instructions on how to do that, but it's via the Microsoft platform. There's two ways. So read through the email and let me know if you A, understand it, and B, it works.
I know. I'm like, I have never done this before. I got to sign up and like,
Well,
yeah.
we're all learning together. Okay. So
Thank you.
Joyce, how about you?
Me come off audio.
Okay.
So I think I mentioned the last time we talked about a program at the History Center in the spring. Uh, since then, I have a new Chief Advancement Officer who I am um, trying to get indoctrinated right now and also get her familiar with PA 250 as well as all the projects that we are in the middle of. So I will have more to report at the next meeting. She's just starting to get acclimated to all of the things
Mhm.
and and it's a lot.
I
Yeah.
believe it.
It's a lot.
We believe
Yeah.
it.
And we have a lot of moving parts at one time. So the event in this spring will be at the History Center, but not as I originally envisioned it. However, she is out and about right now. So when we catch up, I wasn't able to catch up with her before the meeting today. But when we catch up, then we can see how we're going to align that with the projects that we have currently moving ahead. Is there a culmination date though for all of the projects for PA 250?
See, we're unique in that it's 2 years here, correct, Heather? So it's
Yeah,
250, but
because
it goes into 1777 and 78, which is when they were in Valley Forge.
So we have 2027, 2028,
Oh,
really 26 and 27.
7.
26 and
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to move to Rose Fennell, so we're now in Valley Forge.
That's
Can I
helpful.
defer to
Can I? Oh,
Kevin
sorry.
because Kevin mentioned having to drop off?
Oh, okay. Sure, Kevin.
Hi, thank you guys. Thank you, everyone. My name is Kevin Scott. It was actually my first meeting. I appreciate the invite. I'm
For
the
being
chair.
here, Kevin. Good to meet you.
Yeah, this is great. Just a little background. I'm chairperson of Downingtown Boroughs Parks and Rec, and I recently founded the Chester County Mural and Arts Project,
Oh, great.
which is basically bringing local artists together with the community and putting murals into the community. Currently, we're doing things in Downingtown because I'm able to use Parks and Rec as well. So we have events coming up, and actually some of the things you mentioned, we have a Good Neighbor Day on July 4th every year. That's a pretty big event, and we can certainly try to start incorporating some of like the wish wall and the reading of the declaration would be fantastic in an event like that. But yeah, no, I just appreciate the invite, and I guess my question is I guess what else can we be doing? We are planning murals
Yeah, Kevin, I
And
just checked to see that you're on the list for the arts conversation.
yes,
Yeah.
yep. So that would be great. We are planning, and some of them will be historic murals, so maybe that will fall into this category. But no, like I said, it's my first time at the meeting. Just happy to be a part of it, and yeah, really looking to do more in terms of this, the America 250, how we can bring this into Downingtown, because it's a great borough and it's a great town to do things like this in. So um, definitely would want to try and do more.
Thanks so much, and I look forward to talking with you about our arts effort.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we're very excited for that part.
Okay.
So great.
Now,
Thank you.
now back to Rose.
I have to
Ab-
drop,
ab-
but thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kevin.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Kevin.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Kevin.
Thank you.
All right. So hi, everybody. It's been a minute. So yeah, so Dare to Declare, and then the counterpart in Montgomery County, which is Houses of Declaration, kind of a tip of the hand to the Philadelphia Declaration House, just words in a different order. So things are going great guns here. But one of the things I think that's resonating with folks that I talk to as I'm out and about is this idea of what makes Dare to Declare and Houses of Declaration so satisfying for those of us outside of Philadelphia proper is it is actually how the words of the Declaration of Independence got out there. And
Yeah.
as I've been telling people, I would imagine 250 years ago, Thomas Jefferson could have written it and Congress could have ratified it, but without taking the words out into the countryside and reading them and inspiring people, then the torch of liberty, I don't think would have been lit nearly as bright, right? So I think it really is incumbent upon us in the suburbs to really talk about our very unique role in spreading the word of liberty, and reading the Declaration of Independence is its power. The writing was, yeah, good for you, Thomas Jefferson. Good job. Um, but the reading and sharing is what really I think is the spark. So I just kind of wanted to share that with everyone, the power of hearing those words. Um, we're having some music. We're going to have the Hot Taters coming to the park. So where we've refined what we're doing is, so America turns 250. Valley Forge turns 50. And so our celebration, our commemoration is the Commonwealth of of Pennsylvania gifted their first state park to the people of the United States on July 4th, 1976. We are the only national park out of 443 national park units that was created on the 4th of July. So we are really leaning into our 50th birthday. So I just wanted to share that with you all. What we're focusing on is um, kind of the 50th anniversary of the bicentennial, more so than the semi-quincentennial, if that makes sense. And so we're going to
Yeah.
have, because there are a lot of people around now who remember that, who remember the
Mhm.
Conestoga wagons and so forth. And so we are putting up temporary exhibits on the landscape that we're calling Then and Now. So
Oh, I love
folks
that.
can see how the landscape has changed since it came under the care of the National Park Service. It went from this beautiful green lawnscape that required a lot of chemicals and mowing to the warm season grass meadow that we have now, known as the Grand Parade. And so we'll be decorating the landscape to be evocative of the landscape from 50 years ago and 100 years ago. So at the block party, we're going to be celebrating um, the 100th anniversary of Valley Forge. This is when Anna Holstein Morris and the ladies of the DAR got together to save Washington's headquarters, right? So that's the centennial, and we're going to pay homage to that. And then, of course, the bicentennial, our 50th birthday, and then the semi-quincentennial, which is right now, plus up in the ante for getting folks excited about 2027, 2028, which is the encampment period's semi-quincentennial. And then just kind of pushing it off into the future. There are people who are going to be visiting our sites who are going to be around for the tricentennial. Right. So I've got to think about them also. They may be in
The
diapers.
Lord willing, will.
Yeah, they're going to be in diapers more than likely, or, just starting nursery school, but we
Oh,
kind of
that's
want
a
to,
great way to look at it, though. My
yeah.
gosh.
So we want to tee it up for them too. And so we're looking at the centennial, the bicentennial birthday, and then the tricentennial, in addition to the semi-quincentennial. And
Wow, that's a
so
lot.
I love
it,
it.
it is a
So,
lot, but we feel like Valley Forge is a place that has celebrated all of those anniversaries in one way or another. And we're finding photographs. One of the other things, I just spent 3 hours with some of my staff today. We're doing something called the Bunt is Coming. And the idea is we are putting bunting on anything that does not run away from us. And so,
Oh, it's gonna look great.
yeah, we think so.
that's, you know what that is? That's fun.
It is fun. And we're going to have a bunt brigade and a mobile bunt unit. And so
I
today,
volunteer for the bunt unit.
yeah, well, today we started calling ourselves the Festoon Platoon.
Oh,
But
that's
we
I
awesome.
love it.
discovered that there is a company called the Valley Forge Flag Company that was in Spring
Mhm.
City
Yep.
that was around. They're now out of Florida, but we will, my friends group is going to approach them to see what interest they might have in helping to festoon the park. The idea being that we've taken care of this park for the last 50 years as the National Park Service, keeping the Valley Forge name in good stead. And so maybe the Valley Forge Flag Company might want to participate in festooning the park. And so we went out and measured every window and wall today to figure out how many miles of bunting we're going to need, and it's a lot. But it's going to look great. And so the idea is we are going to start festooning the buildings probably right around Washington's birthday, doing
Oh,
Washington's
nice.
headquarters,
Great.
and then over the ensuing 4 months, just kind of fanning out from there. So the idea would be you drive through the park and 3 buildings would be festooned. And then a week later, you drive through the park and suddenly, another 2 or 3 buildings are festooned until the entire park is just awash in bunting, including we figured out how we're going to festoon the arch.
Well,
So
I really love
Oh,
that. And
nice.
it's so visible to everyone that comes from everywhere.
yeah, we want to drop just yards of fabric down from the top of the arch,
Mm,
and just make it seen all around the area.
hmm.
And so
Wow.
we think that's a sort of a visual reminder on the landscape. And again, it's temporary, so we can do it. So we're getting excited. So we think just lots of red, white, and blue, and celebrating
Well,
our birthday. And then, as we've been saying from the beginning, Philadelphia kind of has they have the Declaration House, they've got the Signers Hall, they've got the Liberty Bell. So we're not competing with that, right?
right.
Right.
But our brand is going to be called Retreat to Valley Forge, and
Mm,
we're just going to make it a really fun place to be next
I
year.
love it.
So yeah, so we're kind of
Yeah.
going back
I
into our
remember when I first met you at Thornberry Farm and you said to me, when was the last time you read the Declaration of Independence, Angela? And I said, fifth grade. And then you said, read it again. It's revolutionary and incendiary.
it is.
Yeah.
It
So,
is.
good inspiration for all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, we read it for 4th of July this year, and a young man came up to the guy who read it and said, "Whoa, you really knocked it out of the park. That's really great for what's going on today." And the guy was like, "No, this is the Declaration of Independence. This was written 248 years ago." And the guy's like, "Oh, I know you're kidding me, but like, thanks, man. That makes it really
Dude.
cool."
Oh my
So we could
gosh.
not convince him that it was not a modern day
No
document.
kidding.
No,
Wow. Wow.
yeah. So
All right. So, Jen, how about you in the History Center?
Oh, always busy. So we kicked off with Lafayette's Ball a couple months ago. And for next year, we have some bus tours, walking tours. We're doing a nonfiction, a history book festival next year. And as soon as I have further information for all of that, I will share it. We're also going to be doing an exhibit on our lower level in our changing exhibit galleries, and our coworkers over at the archives have a whole bunch of stuff they're working on too. So a little bit of everything.
Great. Good,
Ben,
good.
do you want to talk about the Bias Inside Us exhibit that just opened too?
Sure. It opens to the public on Wednesday, and it is a Smithsonian traveling exhibit. It's called The Bias Inside Us, and it explores implicit bias as a way to kind of get us to look at ourselves and the biases we may not even realize that we have. And then in November and December, we'll be having special event workshops. One is going to be about the disability bias. So we're going to talk about the history of disability in Chester County and the current state of challenges for disability in the current world. And then the other event is going to be the science of bias, or the bias of science, and talk about the ways we've maybe not understood science so well, and it's caused a lot of historical biases, ICU eugenics movement, and continuing bias in the medical field today.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff,
It's
Jen.
not,
That's awesome.
rah, uplifting, but
Let's
it
go
is important.
bias, but
Yeah.
It was an excellent exhibit. I went to the member opening and it was really great.
Oh.
And I love that you guys are doing that. Thank you.
good.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
How about you, Rick Fisher?
Hi, I'm Rick Fisher, and I'm a member of the Masonic Lodge in Downingtown, and also work with several of the local Masonic lodges. We're not waiting until next year. We decided that this is exciting enough to start now. You may have heard we already planted 2 Liberty trees, one at Brandywine Battlefield and one at the Paoli Massacre site on October 19th. And this event's open to the whole community. Well, as much as our lodge will hold. We're having like a potluck dinner, and we're going to show the movie National Treasure. It's just going to be a fun social event. We're starting a book club on the book Founding Brothers. Will be the first book that we review. January, first week of January, the Marchwood Tavern. Every Tuesday night they have bingo night, and the proceeds of the bingo go to a charity. So that particular Tuesday night, the charity is going to be the rebuilding of the 10 Tavern in Philadelphia. That's
nice.
250th anniversary of the Marines is coming up in November of this year. Many of our founding fathers, as far as the ones that were Masons, the one lodge that founded Masonry in America, they met at the Ton Tavern, and all. So it's been a big thing. What else? Oh, banquet that we're having for the installation of the State's Grand Master is on December 27th. And again, that's open to anyone that wants to buy a ticket. And the Walnut Street Theater, the entertainment's going to be the Walnut Street Theater is going to do excerpts from 1776.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which is their production that they're going to do next year. And lastly, personally, I've been researching the topic of conflict resolution among our founding fathers, especially in regards to the Loyalists, as far as how how this group of revolutionaries that we talk about, they still live side by side, especially in their lodges and community places, with the loyalists, and how did they discuss such a time and all. And that's probably quite a bit for now.
It
Thank
sounds
you.
very, very interesting.
Rick, do you have a
it's-
date for that potluck dinner?
That's October 19th.
October, and that's for the public too?
Yeah,
Okay.
and there's the biggest secret about masonry is there's no secrets. Well,
Awesome.
the only secret is probably us. And that does remind me of something else. We are very, very interested in helping with anything and all. The one thing that's concerning is we're a mess of nice guys that people don't know that we're there. You know, there's a building somewhere in your town or whatever, but you don't realize the number of men and all in there, and that they don't really have a presence in the community. So I noticed that I'm going to be a very good friend of Kevin, who spoke
Kevin, yeah,
earlier.
sure.
But you know, as much as we can help and be a presence
Okay.
out there, we would appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's great to
Okay.
share. Thank you.
Really nice. John O'Brien, how about you? Because we're
I
getting
just-
kind of in our last 15 minutes.
Can I just interject quickly? Rick, are you aware that the White Horse Tavern on Sweetsford Road was the first Chester County Masonic temple, and they still have the temple there?
Really?
Yeah. I've been
Would you
working
please
with
put your
Pickering
contact
Foundation.
information in what?
Let's send me your phone number and we can sidebar this later on. But I was shocked
Okay.
when I saw it. The temple is still there.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's
Good.
unbelievable.
And they actively meet? I'm not aware of
No,
one.
but
Okay,
they
that's what
preserved
was
it.
real surprising to me.
No,
If they
It's
had
great.
done that.
So we can
Okay.
sidebar. Just send me your phone number. I'll call you.
I sure will.
Okay. Thank you. John.
Yeah, so for Westchester, for downtown Westchester, our focus is probably going to be a little bit more on grabbing folks who aren't necessarily history oriented or want to listen to the speeches per se. So it's going to be a lot more visually focused, a lot of American flags, historical bunting on buildings is what we're aiming for. Engaging with local school districts. We're thinking about doing a time capsule, tree planting, and then exploring budget for possibly like July 4th drone show in town. So we're meeting, our events and programs committee is meeting on October 16th to kind of plan out the next year. We'll have more details then.
No, that
No.
sounds fantastic, John.
It really
And,
does.
You know, the decoration is throughout the town, the buntings, like Rose was saying, you know, it just adds so much to to what's coming in this coming year. You need that decoration as the backdrop. You really do.
Because then people start to ask the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's great. And let us know. Yeah, we're also talking to the local school districts. So you know, if there's anything we can help with that or what have you. Yeah, please reach out.
Okay. Nancy, how about you?
Yeah, there's Nancy, I think is our last but not least, right?
Stephen. And then Stephen, and we have the
Oh, we
county.
have Stephen. That's it.
And right. Nancy?
I am Nancy Nagel.
Uh-oh.
I'm the director at Chester Springs Library.
Oh,
So,
yeah, okay. You're
You're
cutting in and
working
out,
from your
Nancy.
interested
basement,
when
right?
you get a Chester Springs group going. We're gonna work with the library system and do some of the things that they're doing. No, sorry, I'm not, but I'm at home. So we are going to do the Dare to Declare, the wish wall. I think we could do that. And I think that would We do have a Betsy Ross that will be in July. I'm not really sure where it's going to be. I'm not sure if you're aware of our situation, but we are currently closed to the public because the building is closed because of damage. So I have no idea. We have no timeline at this point, so we're in a real quandary. But I think I'm going to jump on the one of those sessions to talk about the watch party. That seems pretty interesting. So.
Yeah, great.
Super.
Stephen, how about you?
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Hi. Hi, folks. I'm from Westtown, and the groups here have been fairly active in planning for 250. We have a monthly meeting on the last Saturday of the month for stakeholders, including the local schools, churches have been attended. The local business organizations have come, and what we've done is we've taken our nearly 3 pages of ideas and decided we better not have 3 pages of them. So we have boiled them down to a much more succinct page of stuff that we plan to do. Each commission in the township is planning their own flavor to 250. We have here I'm on the historic commission, so we have a series of historic lectures that are very, very well attended, and we put them up online or on our YouTube channel. For example, Bruce Modry did a presentation for us on Lafayette last year, and that's online right now. So we have a Westtown Day event coming up next month on the 5th of October, and our historical table there is going to be centered on PA250. We'll be giving out the pens and pins and the booklets and stuff like that, and to answer questions with residents about what's going on. And we also have a calendar. What we're going to do is we're going to take our community calendar, which is on the township website, and we're going to use a unique color for PA250 events. So people looking them up will be able to tell right away if this is something that's related to 250. So that's the kind of stuff we're doing.
Oh, that's great. That's really great. And I was going to move to the county, and Brandy and David, if you wanted to share.
As far as the county goes, I'm here as a listener. So David, take it away.
Thanks for listening.
Sure. Just reporting on several things. As Jen had said, there was some funding received for county entities for county-based programming for 250. So sometime in the next week or so, we should be receiving the first draft of a traveling exhibition on Chester County history for America 250 that will go to county buildings, libraries, heritage organizations, and other entities. And once it's fabricated, it should be ready in January of 2026, and that's being coordinated through the Chester County Archives. Working with Becky Brain, she's moving forward on creating a video time capsule for the county, and is working on an outline and a contract for an outside entity to execute that. Many of you have heard of the America 250 being used as a launching pad for the Historic Interpretive Network, which is a network that celebrates thematically heritage and history of Chester County. We had received through work with the Friends a grant from Local Share, and the grant opportunity is opening again, and we're going to be applying for funds that they didn't fund the first time, to see if we can get an entire package of funds to fund the entire package of interactive kiosks for heritage centers and various sites throughout Chester County. We're on the cusp of completing a new framework for the America 250 website, where, based on the generosity of the Community Foundation, we're working with the commission to help create a fold-out brochure for America 250 that connects users to heritage sites and heritage themes all over Chester County in time for 2026 and 2027. For those of you who've been talking about activities and programs, I put in a link in the comments that goes to the CC250 website on ever-changing calendar of events, activities, 250 meetings for 26 and 27. So yeah, entering the September, we'll be entering the final quarter of the calendar year with all sorts of things happening and all sorts of balls and balanced in cats being juggled throughout the
Isn't that the truth?
or not cats
Did
juggled, herding cats.
I said
Yeah,
something
yeah,
to
we know
somebody
about
today
that.
about it's herding cats in a bathtub full of water at this point.
Yeah. So did we get everyone? Thank you so much. I feel like we learned a lot and we shared a lot. And I love that William and Rick are going to talk about the tavern as the Masonic Temple. I love that. And let us know if you need help connecting.
Yeah. Hey, David, I have a quick question. The traveling exhibit, is that going to be made available for individual organizations? You know, do you know yet how
Yeah,
that's going to go out?
Clifford Parker, the head
Okay.
of archives, is coordinating it. The one thing that he's working on up front, there's going to be two different versions of the exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
One is for larger spaces, and it will
Nice.
be vinyl banners. And then the other is for smaller spaces that will probably be foam core panels. And the first group of entities he's booking to ensure that it goes throughout all the counties is working with the library system
Oh,
to
great.
book the exhibit in every library in Chester County. And then he's working to get it at the Justice Center, 313 Market Street, and the other county building as well. He knows that there's desire for it out there in the world. I don't know if it's going to be through some kind of online calendaring system.
That's what I was going to ask, if you had, if once you're ready or he's ready, if you want to send us the link to, if request the traveling exhibit,
Yeah,
we'll
provide that
make
as a
sure we
resource.
include that in our on our list
Yeah,
of
once he
resources.
comes up with whatever calendaring system or tool he's going to use, yeah, we'll pass it along to everyone.
Excellent.
Anything else for the good of the cause? And to quote Karen Simmons, onward.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today.
See you next month.
And our next one, oh gosh, when is the next date? I forgot to grab that off my calendar when we started.
Fourth
Monday at 2 p.m. That puts us on October 27th is the magic date.
Thank you for checking. Anything else? Really good to see you all.
Take care. Thanks again.
Thank you.